The silence after the disaster is a liar. It tells you every sound is a threat: a boot on gravel, a door handle testing the lock. You sit frozen behind your barricade, and your ears are tuned to danger so sharply that rescue itself sounds exactly like an attack. Most people will hide right through their own salvation because they never train their ears to recognize the four specific patterns that mean help is not coming to hurt you. It is coming to pull you out. Subscribe so you never miss this. Stay for number 4. The sound most survivors mistake for static, but it's actually a voice trying to reach them right now. Sound 1. The helicopter that changes pitch. Most people hear a helicopter and flatten themselves against the wall. A fast-moving chopper is a whip crack sound. A sharp slicing blade slap that Doppler shifts from high to low in seconds and fades to silence. That's a patrol, a gunship, a reconnaissance bird scanning and moving on. You stay hidden, but listen closely. A search and rescue helicopter does not whip, it slows. The pitch drops from a high-frequency staccato into a deep, percussive thudding you can feel in your chest. The rotor wash becomes a heavy waterfall of air. The engine note stabilizes into a hover. That helicopter is not hunting. It is looking. The crew is staring down at the ground with binoculars and thermal optics, searching for exactly one thing: a survivor signaling back. Most people will stay silent under a tree and let the sound fade, thinking they just dodged a threat. You will step into the open, wave a bright cloth, flash a mirror, and make yourself seen. The pitch change is the acoustic signature of a ride to a field hospital. Learn it, trust it. The slow chopper is the rarest and most valuable sound in a disaster zone. Do not hide from it. Sound 2. The pre-arranged signal pattern. Before the cell towers died, before the grid collapsed, you and your family or your group agreed on a signal. 3 whistle blasts, a specific rhythm banged on a metal pipe with a rock. 3 rapid knocks, pause, 2 more. A pattern that means nothing to a stranger, but everything to the people who know you. This is the sound that requires no battery, no radio, no infrastructure. It is raw acoustic signaling and has pulled survivors out of collapsed buildings and lost valleys for centuries. Most people never establish the pattern because they assume phones will work or they will just shout for each other. Shouting fades. Shouting sounds like fear and draws predators. A piercing whistle carries half a mile through dense trees and urban rubble. The pattern eliminates confusion. If you hear 3 whistle blasts from the tree line, you know exactly who is coming and what they want. Most people will freeze and stay silent, unsure if the sound is friend or enemy. You will have agreed beforehand. You will whistle back the agreed response. 2 blasts. 4 blasts. Whatever the countersign is. The sound of a prearranged signal is not random noise. It is the voice of your people cutting through the dark. If you have not agreed on that pattern yet, stop this video and do it tonight. Sound 3. The slow, heavy vehicle at idle. A high revving engine tearing down the street is danger. A sports car, a dirt bike, a pickup with a screaming V8. Fast and light. That is a raider or a gang moving quick to hit and escape. A heavy vehicle sounds different entirely. A deep, rattling diesel rumble. The low-end growl of a 5-ton military truck, a National Guard supply vehicle, or a water bowser. The sound moves slow. It idles at intersections. It stops and starts with a grinding gear shift. This is not an attack. This is logistics. The crew is distributing water, food, or medical aid. They are looking for survivors who need transport to a refugee staging point. Most people hear a diesel engine and assume it is a hostile convoy rolling in to seize property. They lock the door tighter and miss the 1-hour window when clean water and evacuation were available 2 blocks away. You will listen for the walking speed pace. You will peek through a slit in the curtain and look for the shape: a flat roof, a canvas cover, a slow, methodical crawl. The heavy vehicle at idle is not a threat. It is a bridge back to the grid. It stops eventually and does not return. Move toward it if you need what it carries. Sound 4. The radio voice through empty static. You have been scanning the dial for days, nothing but white noise. Hiss, crackle, the occasional garbled fragment of a voice, so distant it could be a ghost. Most people turn the radio off to save batteries and accept the silence as permanent. Then it happens. A voice cuts through the static, not a recorded loop, not an emergency alert tone. A real human voice reading a hail. This is Kilo Delta 7, broadcasting on Channel 14. Any station, please respond. A ham operator on backup power. A military civil affairs unit, setting up a temporary repeater. An emergency broadcast that just came back online because a mobile tower was towed into range. The grid is not fully dead, a door just opened, and that voice is holding it ajar. Most survivors mistake it for interference and keep scrolling the dial. You will stop. You will listen for the frequency. You will respond if you have transmit capability, or you will log the channel and the time and the location they announce. That voice is your link to a staging area, a medical station, or a supply drop. It will not stay on the air forever. The radio voice through empty static is the sound of a door opening. Walk through it before it closes. Here is the reality that your fear will try to hide from you. After a disaster, every sound feels like a threat. The creak, the engine, the distant shout, but not every sound is hostile. Some sounds are rescue, the helicopter that slows and hovers, the whistle pattern your family agreed on months ago, the slow diesel rumble of a supply truck idling at the intersection, the voice cutting through the static on a dead radio band. Most people will hide through all four and call it survival. You will recognize the acoustic signatures of help because you trained your ears to hear patterns, not just danger. Survival rewards the quiet mind that can tell the difference between a boot and a bridge. Now drop a comment and tell me this. Before the cell towers fall, what is the signal pattern your family or your group has agreed on? Is it 3 whistles? A specific knock? Write it down right now in the comments and make it real. If you don't have one, write the word none and then fix it tonight. And in the next video, we are covering the opposite end of the acoustic spectrum. The 5 sounds that mean it's time to hide, not signal. The engine notes, the voices, and the silence patterns that tell you danger is seconds away. I'll see you there.